Hello, and welcome to Journey to Reading, a phonological awareness training for early learning brought to you by SDUSD. Today, we will discuss the what and why of phonological and phonemic awareness, observe modeled lessons and try it on, explore assessments that help to monitor student progress. This presentation serves as an introduction to the Hegarty Teacher's Guide for UTK, laying the groundwork for instructing phonological and phonemic awareness.
We're now going to watch a short video from Hegarty to introduce phonological awareness.
75% of students who do not read proficiently by third grade never reach reading proficiency in future grades. Phonemic awareness is a foundational skill in learning to read and is often a missing piece in early literacy instruction. Literacy Resources publishes the Hegarty Phonemic Awareness Curriculum. We provide 35 weeks of daily and systematic instruction in phonological and phonemic awareness for preschool, kindergarten, and primary classrooms. The lessons take just 10 to 12 minutes to complete and fit right into your current literacy instruction. We offer the curriculum in both English and in Spanish. The lessons can be used with a whole group during your Tier 1 literacy instruction, and the lessons can also be used for intervention with students who struggle to decode.
Let's explore the contents of the UTK Teacher's Guidebook together. Here is the provided scope and sequence. If you are beginning the school year, it is recommended to consider beginning Hegarty during the third week of school. Please observe that weeks 12 and 24 align with the corresponding trimesters, E1 and E2, while week 35 marks the conclusion of the lesson plan sequence. You will be instructing for sharing 5 to 8 phonological awareness skills daily, with an additional focus on 2 early literacy skills, alphabet knowledge and language awareness. Allocate 8 to 12 minutes per day for these activities. Especially at the start of the year, when students are acclimating to sustaining attention, it's advisable to keep lessons brief. Aim for 6 to 8 minutes maximum during the initial phase. Gradually, as the year progresses and your class becomes more adept, consider extending the lesson time up to 12 minutes. Hegarty recommends using these lessons as a warm-up for literacy instruction. The lessons in Hegarty are intended for whole group instruction with a unison response. However, there's flexibility for you to adapt based on what best suits your students. Parallel co-teaching is an alternative method, involving 2 groups with teachers delivering content to each. Teachers have demonstrated creativity in their instructional approaches with UTK. Some have introduced lively actions to complement the basic hand motions provided by Hegarty, creating themes like Hegarty Ninjas, where chopping words into segments becomes an engaging ninja activity. Others have found breaking up the daily lesson into parts beneficial, incorporating activities during transitions. This curriculum incorporates language play activities for each school day. The lessons, focusing on oral and auditory skills, enable students to hear sounds in words even before they learn the corresponding letters. The pre-K curriculum follows a progressive release of responsibility to the learner. Initially, the teacher models the skill, and students repeat. As the weeks progress, the teacher's model is gradually removed, transitioning ownership of the skill to the students. This release of responsibility is optional, and teachers are encouraged to provide or remove support based on the specific needs of their learners. Reteaching to small groups as needed is recommended. Within the Teacher's Guide, you'll encounter overview pages designed to facilitate your transition in instruction, from working with words to syllables to onset rhyme, and ultimately to phonemes. These pages serve as guides, assisting you in defining new terms and acquiring new skills as you progress. Presented is an overview of early literacy skills. It's beneficial to select a single alphabet song to sing aloud during the initial weeks, establishing a strong foundation in alphabet knowledge. As the weeks unfold, consider incorporating additional alphabet songs for variety and engagement with your students. Please note the colorful arrows to locate the following. 1. Blue arrow, QR code, to scan for access to additional digital resources to support curriculum implementation. Monday's lesson video, hand motions, additional scaffolds, and support videos. 2. Green arrow, explicit teacher directions, as well as a teacher and student example. 3. Brown arrow, Next to each skill heading, you will see the skill focus. You can use this explicit language to support students' understanding of each skill. For purple arrow, you will see the hand symbol on the right-hand side of the lesson pages, providing you with explicit directions of how to incorporate the use of hand motions with specific skills. Each week in the Teacher Guidebook, there is a new QR code that links to the week's lesson for Monday. When you click on the QR code, you will find Marjorie Batari giving the lesson for that week. You can play this recording for your students on Mondays if you'd like. It is good for the students to hear different voices deliver the phonological awareness lessons. You, your co-teacher, and Ms. Batari. Let's watch the lesson for Monday of Week 1, Lesson 1.
Hi friends, my name is Mrs. Botari, and we will play some listening games. Today our listening games are from Week 1, our Monday words. We will begin by listening for rhyming words. These words will rhyme because they have the same sound at the end. I will say 2 rhyming words. Say those rhyming words back to me. Say go, no. Go, no. No, so. No, so. So, bow. So, bow. Bow, toe. Bow, toe. Those words rhymed because they had the rhyming part O. Our names are special words. Today we will listen for the first sound we hear in some names. I will say a name, the first sound I hear, and I will say that name again. Then it gets to be your turn. Listen. Jamal, Jamal. You say it. Jamal, Jamal. Ava, Ava. Your turn. Ava, Ava. Nora, Nora. You say it. Nora, Nora. When we blend, we put 2 small words together to make one big word. I will say 2 small words and blend those words together. Then it gets to be your turn. Listen. In, to, into. You do it. In, to, into. Inside, inside. Your turn. Inside, inside. Indoor, indoor. Your turn. Indoor, indoor. We listened for the first sound we heard in names. Now we will listen for the last or final sound we hear in words. The last or final sound is the last sound we hear in a word. I will say a sound. Say that sound back to me. I will say a word that ends with this sound. Then it's your turn. The sound is Can you say that? Listen. The word is come. Watch me. Come. You try it. Come. Name. Watch me. Name. Your turn. Name. Time. Time. You do it. Tie. Was the last sound. Let's try this word. Listen. The word is same. Say. Your turn. Say. Hum. Ha. You do it. Ha. When we segment, we hear one big word and we break it apart into 2 smaller words. I will say a whole word and segment it into 2 small words. Then it gets to be your turn. Watch me. The word is into. Into. Your turn. Into. into. Inside, inside. Your turn. Inside, inside. Indoor, indoor. You try it. Indoor, indoor. I will say a sentence aloud. Say that sentence back to me. Then we will count the words we hear. I can run. Say it. I can run. Let's count the words we hear in that sentence. I can run. We heard 3 words in that sentence. I can jump. Say that. I can jump. Let's count those words. I can jump. We heard 3 words in that sentence. I can skip. Say that sentence. I can skip. Let's count those words. I can skip. Yes, 3 words again. Let's try one more sentence. I can learn. Say that. I can learn. Let's count those words. I can learn. There were 3 words in that sentence. And you did a great job learning today, friends.
Effective phonics instruction relies on a strong foundation of phonological awareness in children. As UTK teachers, our responsibility is to offer robust phonemic awareness training for our 4-year-olds, ensuring they enter kindergarten well prepared for phonics instruction. The following are the 8 phonemic awareness lessons, presented in a progression from the easiest to the most challenging. Let's delve into the distinction between phonological awareness and phonemic awareness. First, phonological awareness. Phonological awareness involves understanding the various ways oral language can be divided into larger components and manipulated. As defined by Chard and Dixon, 1999, it encompasses comprehending the broader chunks or parts of language. Activities such as rhyming, blending small words to form compound words, or breaking words into syllables or onset rhyme fall under the umbrella of phonological awareness. Think of phonological awareness as a vast umbrella, with the larger components of language forming its uppermost layer. Now, phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is the recognition that spoken words are constructed from individual sounds known as phonemes. A phoneme represents the smallest sound unit within a word. Positioned as a subcategory beneath the phonological awareness umbrella, phonemic awareness focuses on the individual sounds or phonemes in spoken words. Activities like blending or segmenting words into their smallest sound units belong to the realm of phonemic awareness. When we talk about foundations of literacy, 3 PH words often come to mind: phonological awareness, phonemic awareness, and phonics. We see these terms when we view grade-level reading standards, reading research, and built into reading lessons found in many core reading series. As UTK educators, we are building this common vocabulary. We speak to it to parents, each other, in collaborations, and in professional development. Both phonological awareness and phonemic awareness are oral and auditory, and the focus is on the sounds in words. Phonics, on the other hand, focuses on the letters that the sounds represent. Phonics involves print, where phonological and phonemic awareness do not. While phonological and phonemic awareness are both oral and auditory, there are differences between these 2 terms. For UTK, we will mainly focus on phonological and phonemic awareness. We do see a shift in Week 19 with the introduction of alphabet knowledge and language awareness, including building automaticity with letter names and sounds through practice with alphabet cards. Here is a look at Week 19. Here we see the familiar lesson plan set up on page 1 of 3. Here is the lesson plan, page 2 of 3. Here on page 3 of 3 is where the shift takes place in the early literacy skills section. Students begin the shift to learning letter names and sounds. They will begin to work on sentences and counting words in the sentence.